Imagine two colossal armies colliding head-on. The earth trembles, dust fills the air. The fate of empires hangs in the balance. This was the scene at the Battle of Kadesh. It was one of the largest chariot battles in history. Why did these ancient superpowers risk everything in this clash of titans? The year was 1274 BC, a time when the world was vastly different, yet the seeds of conflict were already being sown. Two great powers dominated the Near East, each vying for supremacy and control over the region's rich resources and strategic locations. On one side were the Egyptians, a civilization known for its grandeur and military prowess. On the other, the Hittites, equally formidable and determined to protect their territory. Egypt, led by the ambitious Ramses II, sought to expand its influence northwards. Ramses was a pharaoh with grand visions, determined to leave a lasting legacy. The Hittite Empire, centered in modern-day Turkey, stood as a formidable obstacle. Their fortresses were strong, their warriors well-trained, and their resolve unshakable. The prize? Control of the fertile lands of Syria. These lands were not just rich in resources, but also held significant strategic importance, making them a coveted asset for both empires. The tension between these empires was palpable. Diplomatic negotiations were fraught with mistrust, and the threat of war loomed large. Something had to give. The stage was set for a confrontation that would shape the course of history in the ancient Near East. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, like, share, and comment below. Your support helps us bring more historical content to you. Thank you. Ramses II, eager to prove his mettle, assembled a mighty army. 4 divisions strong, it marched towards Kadesh, a strategic city near the Orontes River. The young pharaoh was confident. Victory seemed assured. But the Hittites, led by their wily king Muwatalli II, had other plans. They lay in wait, hidden from the advancing Egyptians. As the Egyptian army neared Kadesh, disaster struck. 2 Egyptian soldiers revealed a shocking truth. The Hittite army, far from being weak, was hidden nearby. They were prepared for a surprise attack. Panic rippled through the Egyptian ranks. Before Ramses could react, a thunderous roar filled the air. Thousands of Hittite chariots charged from their hiding places, smashing into the unsuspecting Egyptian forces. Trapped Ramses against the wall, the Hittite attack was swift and brutal. The Egyptians, caught off guard, were routed. Their formations crumbled. Ramses himself, along with his personal guard, found himself surrounded. Hittite chariots, like wolves circling their prey, pressed their attack. The situation was dire. The fate of Egypt rested on the shoulders of its young pharaoh. A god-king's fury. Facing annihilation, Ramses prayed to Amun-Re, the king of the gods. His prayer was answered. A surge of courage and strength flowed through him. Ramses, filled with the fury of a god-king, rallied his remaining troops. He personally led a desperate counterattack against the relentless Hittite chariots. Section the tide turns, a desperate charge. Ramses, a whirlwind of blades and fury, fought like a man possessed. His bravery inspired his men. Together they carved a path through the Hittite ranks. The tide of the battle began to turn. Seeing their pharaoh's valor, the remaining Egyptian divisions regrouped. Reinforced, they launched a ferocious counterattack. Stalemate at Kadesh. The battle raged for hours. Despite their initial shock, the Hittites were a formidable foe. They fought with skill and tenacity. As the sun began to set, exhaustion settled over both armies. Neither side could achieve a decisive victory. The Battle of Kadesh, once a resounding Hittite victory, had become a bloody stalemate. A treaty forged in blood and bronze. The Battle of Kadesh, though indecisive in a military sense, had profound consequences. This battle, fought around 1274 BC, was one of the largest chariot battles ever recorded. It pitted the forces of the Egyptian Empire, led by Pharaoh Ramses II, against the Hittite Empire, commanded by King Muwatalli II. The clash was fierce, with both sides demonstrating remarkable military prowess and strategic acumen. Both sides had suffered heavy losses. The battlefield was strewn with the remnants of war, fallen soldiers, broken chariots, and scattered weapons. The cost of the conflict was immense, not just in terms of human lives, but also in resources and morale. The Egyptians and Hittites, though powerful, found themselves exhausted and unable to sustain prolonged warfare. Neither could afford to continue the war. Years later, Ramses II and the new Hittite king, Hattusili III, recognized the futility of further conflict. They decided to pursue a different path, one of diplomacy and mutual respect. In a historic move, they signed a peace treaty, marking the end of hostilities and the beginning of a new era of cooperation. It was a landmark agreement. The treaty, inscribed on a tablet of silver, proclaimed peace and brotherhood between the two empires. This treaty is often considered one of the earliest surviving peace agreements in history. It outlined terms of mutual assistance, extradition of fugitives, and the return of each other's gods and idols. The silver tablet symbolized not just a cessation of hostilities, but a commitment to a lasting and meaningful peace. The impact of this treaty was far-reaching. It allowed both empires to focus on internal development and prosperity. Trade routes were reopened, and cultural exchanges flourished. The peace fostered an environment where art, science, and literature could thrive. The legacy of the Treaty of Kadesh is a testament to the power of diplomacy and the enduring human desire for peace and cooperation. Echoes of Kadesh. The Battle of Kadesh, though fought millennia ago, still resonates today. It marked the clash of two mighty civilizations. It witnessed incredible acts of courage and military skill. The battle also highlights the devastating consequences of conflict. It reminds us that even the most powerful empires are not invincible. Lessons from the Bronze Age. Ramses II, despite his near defeat, returned to Egypt a hero. His story is one of resilience and strategic brilliance. Ramses II, also known as Ramses the Great, ruled Egypt for 66 years, and his reign is often considered the pinnacle of ancient Egyptian civilization. His near defeat at the Battle of Kadesh against the Hittites was a turning point, not just for him, but for the entire region. He learned a valuable lesson about the limits of power. Ramses understood that true leadership is not just about military might, but also about diplomacy and wisdom. After the battle, he negotiated one of the earliest known peace treaties in history with the Hittites, a remarkable achievement that showcased his ability to adapt and learn from his experiences. The Hittite Empire, though ultimately absorbed into the sands of time, proved its strength and resilience. The Hittites were formidable warriors and skilled diplomats. Their ability to forge alliances and maintain a vast empire in the face of numerous challenges is a testament to their strategic acumen. The Hittite civilization, with its advanced legal system and innovative use of iron, left an indelible mark on history. The Battle of Kadesh reminds us that history is not merely a collection of dates and names. It is a complex narrative of human endeavor, filled with lessons that are still relevant today. The battle itself, fought around 1274 BC, was one of the largest chariot battles ever recorded. It involved tens of thousands of soldiers and was a pivotal moment in the power dynamics of the ancient Near East. It is a tapestry woven with the threads of ambition, courage, and the enduring human desire for peace. The stories of Ramses II and the Hittites remind us that even in times of conflict, there is always the potential for reconciliation and progress. These ancient lessons continue to resonate, offering insights into leadership, resilience, and the pursuit of harmony in our modern world.